The 24-year-old from Brentwood will represent Great Britain in the women's freestyle ski competition. You can follow her progress on BBC Television and BBC Online.
You're watching Look East from the BBC. Coming up, are darts in decline?
Now, anybody who has had cancer will tell you it changes everything. First, there's just the mention of the word, then the worry about what can be done, and then the treatment itself, which can be very unpleasant, which is why two of our hospitals are trying something new.
Cancer patients at Addenbrooke in Cambridge and the West Suffolk in Bury St Edmunds are being given chemotherapy at home or at their GP surgery rather than in hospital. If it proves successful, the trial could be extended nationwide.
Are you nice and comfortable now, Barbara?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Barbara Brabazon had breast cancer which spread to her lungs. She now has treatment at home 3 times a week. More comfortable and less worrying, she says.
I think when I go into hospital, I tend to think about that all the time that I'm going in the car. I think about it while I'm waiting in the waiting room. And by the time that you get your turn to go in, you're quite stressed. And all this is just not there when you have your treatment at home.
It's no different to having it in the hospital, except it's done in your own environment. The procedure is very simple, very easy to do at home, no complications. And we carry everything that we need, we bring it in and we take it away, so the patient isn't encompassed with any of that either.
Chemotherapy involves attacking cancer cells by injecting a drug. Just under 400 patients are needed for this latest research. 1/3 will be treated at home, another third treated at GPs, the remaining treated in hospital. At Addenbrooke's, around 2,000 patients receive chemotherapy every year.
It's primarily about improving quality of care for patients and giving them more choice and more control over their care and their condition. Clearly there are issues about capacity in the hospital, so we are looking at that. We're looking at a number of issues, both capacity, cost implications, but very much about quality of care for the patients and their experience of the treatment they receive.
Barbara says it's already improved her quality of life. She feels it will do the same for others. Mike Cartwright, BBC Look East.
Now, one of the most sociable games you can play down the pub is darts. It's hugely popular, with 4.5 million people watching the BDO competition at Lakeside last month.
Are you very good with the old arrows?
Oh, I'm sure.
The idea fills me with joy. Now, many of our leading players, including Bobby George from Essex, started on the hockey at their local pub. But what happens now with so many pubs closing every week?
Meet Patrick Chaplin. He's got a PhD in darts. For years he's studied the social history of the game. It's as traditional in pubs as a pint of beer, but now it seems dartboards in bars are dying out.
More gastropubs are coming in. The focus is on food and higher profit margins. Although you don't pay to play darts, it does bring in a good number of players who, of course, drink, but those numbers are unfortunately declining.
It seems there's a change in trends according to the Professional Dart Players Association. The sport's still popular, but traditional players are moving more from local pubs like this into sports-based clubs where they have more room. But the popularity of the sport for spectators is roaring. Around 4 million people tuned in last month to watch the BDO Lakeside World Championship final. So darts may be able to pull in huge viewing figures, but do people still want to play the game over a pint?
It's always been here and it's an option that should always be available.
When we moved, and they went to the local darts team, we found friends, and that's how you get your social life.
I think it's a shame, really, because it's something that brings people together, gives some people something in common to do. Like, everyone could join in.
The Carpenter's Arms in Maldon may still have their darts boards, but many other pubs have opted for extra tables instead.
Over the last 5 years, probably at least 4 pubs that I know of have taken the dartboards out, but primarily because of the safety and secondary because of the takeover by large chains or managed houses, and they're going much more to the dining facilities, so the dartboards are in the way
There's no separating Patrick from his local. Dr. Darts, as he's known, is determined the sport should stay in the pub. Next time you're passing, give him a game. He wants to keep the tradition alive. Felicity Simper, BBC Lookies, Maldon.
And none of us know why it's called the Ocky.
No, we don't. We don't know. And not even Jim, and he knows most things.
Well, now, the weather has been cold. We've had some snow in Northamptonshire and